Merry Christmas to one and all. How the bloody hell are you? And on a Christmas Eve as well, I'm surprised more of you aren't out on the lash giving it some beans on some Christmas Eve, I don't know, drinky poos. But thank you so much for joining me. It's another Monday Night Live. So tonight is just on my little Todd. Well, not on my little Todd. That was a Freudian slip. On my own. It's on my own. I'm doing it on my own tonight. Hopefully we're going to have a reasonably quick one. Am I in focus? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's a little bit better. So yes, on my own, but we'll hopefully hour and a bit, and we'll see how we get on, I think. Fingers crossed. But I'm going to have lots of questions for you guys a little bit later. I've got a hot chocolate or an Oreo drink on the go. But as always, what we're going to do is we're going to say hello to people that are in chat. So if you're in chat, let me know who you are, where you're from, and what you're vaping on. I love to know all that sort of stuff. I love it when we find out about people that are watching all over the world. That just makes me happy. But if you're watching this on replay, just skip forward for the first 10 minutes and then you'll get into the main bit of the vloggy poos. So let's get into this one, shall we? My camera's, it's all on the wonk. That's a little bit better, isn't it? That's a little bit less on the wonk now, I think. Right, let's have a little look and see who we've got in chat. Just jumping in where it is at the moment. There, we've got Teus in. Dean Vaping Biker. Hi, bro. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you again. Been a while, I think, isn't it? We've got Paul Sykes, Merry Crimbo, Dean, live from Sheffield. Nice to see you, Paul. Thank you very much. And a Merry Crimbo to you. Colette, good evening, Vaping Biker and chat. Hello, Colette. Nice to see you. Uwe's in the chat. Look, lovely old job. Jeff Young getting a Bassium for Christmas. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Hope you enjoy that one, Jeff. Oh, I've just got a super chat from Jerry Clark. Thank you so much for the $5 there, Jerry. That's much appreciated. In fact, where's my little thing? Let's pop that. Whee! Have it large to you, sir. Thank you so much indeed. Very kind of you. New Zealand dollars. Is that New Zealand? Is that NZ? Is that what that means? I think that's probably what that means. Right, let's get through this a little bit more, shall we? Hi, Dean, on the lash at home. I don't blame you, David. I hope you're having a jolly good one. Lynn Smith, good evening. How you doing? Eddie Sumford from Eastbourne. Lovely to see you again, as always. Eddie, we've got Ivan. Where's Todd? He's doing family things, and you know what most what most people are doing, I imagine. We've got John Maritato. Hello, John. How you doing? Happy holidays from Pennsylvania. Vape on, healthy, happy New Year. Absolutely. Vape pun to come. Meza Crimbo. Folks, nice to see you. What else we got? Rockabilly Performance RC. Plenty of the best Somerset cider in my fridge made down the road. Nice to see you. Well, I hope you'll be getting into that one this evening, Rockabilly. We've got Teus over in Sweden. Mango cooling juice. That's got cold very quickly. We've got Jeff Seller, Nashville, Tennessee, USA. Nice to see you, fella. We've got, who have we got? Lots of people saying hello to each other. Will Clark, how you doing? Dean, not bad. Thank you very much indeed. Merry Christmas, mate, from Worcestershire. Nice to see you. Well, Scott Bogford, Merry Christmas, Dean. Cheers from Newfoundland. Lovely old job. Always in Zurich, Switzerland. Merry Christmas, Dean, from Tyus, Georgia. Torian Mech with Watermelon. Nice work on that one. West Georgia Vapor. Danny Slover. Merry Christmas from Oklahoma. Lovely to see you. Merry Christmas from Tulsa, Oklahoma with my Bassium and Loop today. Good work. Good work, that man. What else have we got going on? Eddie Sumford is on Jungle Juice. Jeff Young is in the States, North Carolina, vaping on my Dreamer. Lovely to see you. We've got Vaping Biker. Merry Christmas from Stephen Helen in Rugby. Stephen Helen in Rugby. There's a little fist bump in a very grim way to you guys for being my favourite couple to watch. Vaping Biker. Merry Christmas. Cold AF in Helsinki tonight. I'm not surprised. Bit nippy. It's a bit nippy here, although not as cold as that over that part of the world. Lassie. We've got John McKinney from Kentucky. Lovely old job. We've got John Cook. Hi, Dean. John from Northants. Vaping Rose 3 on Ethereum. A lovely old job. Hi, Dean. Happy holidays. Vaping Cricket with Wasp Nano and Flavor Art Booster. Nice to see you, Ivan. Thank you very much. Sounds like an interesting little setup you've got going on right there. We've got Pixel Demon Germany. Pistachio baklava in a drop RDA. A lovely old job. Clem, yeah! Finally caught this live. Lovely old job. Normally at work. Happy Christmas, Dean. Watching from Hailsham with a Basium and Haku combo. Ooh, that's taken the Basium up a little bit, Clem, isn't it? What? Nice. First live show I've managed to catch. Happy whatever day you believe in. Absolutely, Skonkaholic. We've got Rawhead Vape Q&A. Why are all the streamers drinking today? Is it a tradition in the UK? Yes, drinking is generally a tradition in the UK. Have you seen the mess that Brexit is? Well, apart from me, I don't drink, but a lot of people need to be drunk just to get through it. Viv, hello everyone. Hello everyone. In Coventry, I'm vaping on my Skyfall on an RSQ, not with Christmas pudding juice anymore. Killed my coil. Boo. But well done and nice for joining us. Thank you very much, Viv. Nice to see you as always. Tech Talk. Merry Christmas from Germany. Vaping on an Amit 25 fired by a Predator. Lovely old job. Rockabilly is in New Zealand. Dollar Dean, mate. New Zealand dollar. Get it now. New Zealand dollar. There we go. I'm on it now. Just put a new wrap on my Basium here in Florida. I'm hoping that you put the wrap in a coil on the Basium. But Robert, thank you very much indeed. Matt Emery, ho, 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 and all that jazz. Absolutely. Hope you're having a wicked Christmas. It's been a busy Christmas, Legion. I've been working for the amount of the day that I could, and that's why we've got a review that came out just before this. Raj Wadud, good evening, Dean, and Merry Christmas to you and everyone watching today. Lovely to see you again, Raj. Happy Christmas from Atlanta, GA, USA. Nice to see you. William Rupert Jr. Neil Thomas is in Swansea. Dug my slug out. Andy is vaping on the Pulse 80 watt with the Recurve RDA. I've got my Recurve banging on today as well. Vaping on the Basium with the Goat on top. Very nice, Jerry. I was hoping my Goat was going to be here today. It looks like it's going to be next week, probably tail end now, which is a bit of a nightmare. But we're getting there. We've got, what else have we got going on here? Who haven't I said hello to yet? Clouds Down Under, g'day from Australia. Merry Christmas, mate. Have you got lovely weather? I've really enjoyed when I've had Christmas abroad in the heat. Oh, it's been gorgeous. I've loved it. Going all good at the moment, doing from Margate and vaping on Aspire Zelos with the Cleto on top, says David Chaston. JFM Development, Merry Christmas, mates. Joanne D'Ambrosia. Merry Christmas, Dean. Thank you very much indeed. Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas, Dean. And chat from John Mueller. Jeff Young says Merry Christmas, Dean, from North Carolina. DVD Most, Merry Christmas, Dean. Lovely old job. How are we getting? We've got another minute or so left. Thumbs up, everyone, says John Maritato. Thank you very much indeed. Hello from Bonnie Dundee, vaping on the Mech. Excellent. Lovely old job, Jim. Nice to see you. MTN Tom, MTN Coils. Go to mtncoils.co.uk or mtn.co.uk. Can't remember. It's one of them. Go and check them out. Anyway, lovely website as well. Anyway. We've also got Dave Ape. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. Good evening and Merry Christmas from Eaglesham, says Murray Robertson. Good evening and Merry Christmas to you as well, Murray. We've got Merry Christmas, Dean, from Brisbane, Australia again. Have an awesome day. Thank you very much, Steve McGowan. Have you had Christmas? Have you had Christmas now? Has that been done yet? I don't know. Right, we've got loads to go through, but I'm not going to be able to get through everyone. I'm not ignoring you. I've had a couple of people occasionally will message me and say, oh, we didn't say hello to me. I'm sorry, but there's so many of you. And I love seeing you all, but I can't say hello to everyone. Otherwise, that'll be the entire vlog done and dusted. But we've also got Lois in. Lovely to see you. Lois, Robert, Noel, Grant, Mackenzie, Ian, Thomas, Kirk, Zvinos, Colleen, Kendall, Peters, Jeff Young, Graham Vincent, and Matt Emery. Bosh. Right, let's get now. Now, because I've been jolly busy today, I've got notes. I've made notes, so I know what to talk about, roughly, kind of. It stopped. Docs has stopped. Oh, you twat. Hang on. There we go. Whew, I have lost something at the bottom there, but never mind. We'll crack on, and we'll pretend that didn't happen, and we'll just do our level best, shall we? So, it's Christmas Eve, or, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever, or just, you know, happy Monday. And I hope you're all having a jolly good time, keeping wrapped up, and made sure that you've looked after your pets, your old family members, old neighbours and all that sort of malarkey. Everyone needs just a little bit extra love at this time of year. And don't forget, if there is someone in your life or someone that you think just, you know, might be a little bit lonely, or just might need to hear a friend this year, just crack into them and send them a message or a phone call or something just to say hi, thinking about you, hope you're okay. Everyone loves that, especially if they're on their own this Christmas. So just jump into a bit of that action. It is that time of year. So yes, look after those around you, and also pets and all that sort of malarkey. Good. What have we got? I've got notes. Doesn't mean to say I've got smooth transitions to go into. So today we've done the Bonza review. Finally, that was meant to come out last week. There were various things. We're still having a few challenges from moving into the new house and all that sort of stuff. So that took up some time during the week and meant that the Bonza review got put back a few days. But I busied away and finished that up. I hope you like that. I'm really enjoying the way that the reviews are going. Obviously, pardon me, the chocolate made me windy. Obviously, there needs to be more reviews and there needs to be more content. But, you know, as I said, there's been a little bit of fannying around with the new place. As I'm sure you're aware, most of us have moved house at least once or twice and know the absolute nightmare that ensues once that happens. So we are getting there. That's definitely happening. But that's going to mean that we're going to have more content coming out. And as I said, I hope you're enjoying the new format. I'm really enjoying doing it. I love editing and recording the sort of the B-roll sequences and all that sort of stuff. I used a bit of a different desk angle setup on the Bonza one, so let me know down below in that video what you think of the new setup and all that sort of stuff, because I'm really happy. It's kind of it gets some juices flowing again to get back into it. Do you know what I mean? So that's definitely happening. Now, what it does mean is that I think, other than the potential of having to worry about having a new kitchen, I think we are pretty much... Oh, and I've got a new router coming next week. But apart from that, we should be good to go. We should be golden. I'm almost sorted on the studio side of things now. I'm pretty much there. Apart from still got to do the sound panels and stuff, but we'll worry about those later. And yeah, so you know, we're gonna go for what I was saying before about those two sort of strongly produced videos a week, as well as a Monday Night Live, possibly having a live show or a live review kicked in there as well. But like I've said to you guys before, you know, that was something. You know that I tend to sort of turn away a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to be pumping out just a ton of reviews just for the sake of it. I'd rather have quality content and get known for that rather than just being able to... I mean, there's so many fantastic reviewers out there at the minute that will review everything that goes through them, and that is absolutely superb. Hopefully my reviews just give a little bit of a different spin on things and have a little bit of a different watching experience, maybe. But hopefully people are into it, and I'm certainly going to continue doing it, and I'm very much enjoying it. So, you know, that's what you've got to do. You've got to enjoy what you do, otherwise it's a bloody nightmare. Right then, so getting into the notes. Do I want to do that yet? Oh no, while we're talking about the channel stuff, I may as well talk about a couple of other things as well. Monday Night Lives moving forward, because Todd does have a life and he can't just... do everything because I ask him, then there will be potentially a variety of different guests. And one of the things that I'm planning on doing is not only having vape reviewers, but I'll occasionally bring on a Patreon or just sort of not a random person, but a non-YouTuber, something like that, just so we can have different kind of textures, different feelings on what's going on in the vaping world. And I think that could be a pretty interesting avenue to explore. But I'm also looking forward to bringing on a few more of the YouTubers and all that sort of nonsense as well, because I know you guys really do like that. And what I'd like to do is is possibly do a little bit more of a deeper dive into, you know, who they are and what they're all about and what kind of gets them going and gets them up in the morning. Misses. So fingers crossed, we're going to have a little bit of a different experience with the Monday Night Lives. Hopefully you're enjoying the nice kind of clear view that we've had. Hopefully it should be nice and focused and looking sexy and in, I don't know, 1080, I think, if your router can stream that. Hopefully that's all happening, so that should be good. When it comes to the content for the reviews, obviously I'm going to continue to push to be better. I still want to make sure those reviews are between 10 and 15 minutes ordinarily. The Bonza was 20 today, and that was a bit of a shame because it's there was more to it. You know, it's not just a mech or just an RDA. And there were still a couple of things that I forgot to have my little starter about hybrid mechs. I forgot to talk about the fact that there's a squonk pin, that the 510 pin is a two-piece. So, you know, someone who's not seen that kind of 510 before can unscrew the back out, try and put the squonk pin in and go, well, that doesn't fit. That's because there's another bit in the hull. Not going to do that signal again. And there's there's a couple of bits and bobs, and I took some nice kind of footage of the coil that I put in there as well, and I didn't show that either. So let me know if you want to see it, because it's in here, because I've been vaping on it. But that's that. So there's going to be more of the quality viewing content going to come on. Now then, I've said to you before about obviously I mentioned patrons when it comes to Monday Night Lives. I tend not to talk about patrons and all that sort of nonsense with the regular reviews. I sort of keep that to the Monday Night Live stuff, and that's because I remain impartial. I don't get paid for queue jumps. I don't get paid for reviews or any of that sort of nature. But what I'm hoping to achieve as we go into 2019 is that there will be some kind of promotion or like a sponsorship from non-vaping stuff. That helps. That does what I need it to do to help me keep the channel going with the bits and bobs that I need to do, and it's my job at the end of the day. But it stays away from the vaping stuff, and I'm not saying that anybody is influenced who gets, you know, paid reviews or queue jumps or any of that sort of stuff. But for me personally, and I think Sam Bogan, the Vaping Bogan, is very similar with me on that one. We'd prefer to stay away from that just because we don't want to muddy the waters and all that sort of stuff. So we know that you guys will understand that we're being sort of genuine and what have you at the best of times. But, you know, I think for my channel, it's best if I can get that maybe extra financing coming in from outside of vaping. Now, one of the things that I will show you when I do the studio tour in the new year is that sexy desk behind me. There is, I've just got to do that cable management. That sexy desk behind is a standing, or it's an electric standing up and down desk from a company called FlexiSpot, and that is fantastic. They've sent that one in for me to show you guys, amongst doing a couple of other bits and bobs as well. But there'll hopefully be more of that. So maybe kind of midway through, there might be a sponsor kind of 15-20 second thing or something along those lines. We'll have to see. It's just, for me, it keeps things nice and legit, you know. So that's going to be given a go. Now then, something that I'm going to be giving a go to as well that is not a sponsor. I know they sponsor most of the YouTube channels at the moment, but I'm going to be giving a try to some Sample Box, because I have been, for probably 6-7 months now, I have been super annoyed with e-liquid. I've been making my own, and I've just been searching for different flavours and different flavour profiles, and really not sure what I'm going with and what I fancy, you know. And I'll sort of have a little bit of a vape of something, and then I'll get bored of it, go on to something else, and then get bored of that, and then I sit here and go, I can't think of any of these juices that I really want to go through. And when you're reviewing stuff constantly with such, you know, you're vaping through so much gear to make sure things are doing what they should be doing, I've been looking for sort of different flavours, and I've not known what to try. So Sample Box are going to send me and Mrs. Biker a box of juice. We'll try to see how we get on with the first month, and then after that she'll be putting some reviews up on the website. So as you know, I don't do juice reviews, but she'll be doing that. But I will let a few people know or I'll let you guys know on a Monday Night Live what I got in my Sample Box. And if you want to know anything that I'm particularly enjoying, then I'll certainly tell you. But I think it's just a way of kind of exploring things a little bit more, because, like I say, I've just been bored silly with juice, and this was a pretty easy way of doing it. And like I said, they're not sponsoring, they're not paying, they're not doing anything like that. There's none of that action going on. It's just a way for me to try out some different juices. I might get Chris from Sample Box on a Monday Night Live as well, just so he can tell us a little bit about the company. I think that could be pretty interesting from a juice point of view as well. So I think that'll be all right. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that one. Letting you know what juice I've got on the go this evening. I mixed up the other day on Saturday some of the Shindo mint chip cookies and cream, which is fan-bloody-tastic. I haven't vaped this for a little while, so I banged 120ml of that up together on Saturday, and I've been fair whacking through that already. Get that if you're in the UK from Chef's Flavours. I know you can get the one shot, not the one shot. Yes, it is one shot. Get that over in Chef's Flavours. I've also got some gizzard brew custard. I've got some of that action going on as well. Those are the two that I'm rocking this evening. I'm keeping it super simple. Now then, I hope everyone is behaving themselves in chat. If you do need me for any reason, or you want me to pay attention, then obviously there's super chats. But there is also, you know, just put at Vaping Biker at the start of it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will put my little name in a kind of a little box thing, so I get to see what's going on. Just like Chris W has done with Merry Christmas Vaping Biker. There we go. And Dino Knight, hello Vaping Biker, just finished watching your Bogan Mech review. Happy Christmas to you, Mrs. Biker, and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much, Dino. Still one of the loveliest people in vaping. So yes, put the comment or question in uppercase, capital letters, helps my dodgy old eyes see it, and especially when I'm doing this on my own. I've not had a vape yet. Have I got juice in there? Let's bang some more juice in here. So do you want to see the coil? Do you want to see the coil? Do you care about the coil? I'm going to, just seeing as I didn't show you on the what's it called? Review. That's the word. Holy crap balls. Right. Living Highs super chat. Is that Canadian dollars? Thank you so. Hang on, I'm going back to FaceTime. Thank you so much for that. That's incredibly kind of you. Very, very kind. Thank you. I'm very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right. Let's show you what this is all about, shall we? We're going to have to turn the old exposure up a wee bit that way. And bosh, there we go. Oh, I've got a box showing. Just forget the box. Forget the box. We'll put this on. We'll put. Where's the fucking manual gone? Oh God, no! I'm going around the wrong side. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Manual focus. There we go, bosh. So we've got the dual core 26 gauge stainless steel with 30. I said 36 gauge. I think that's actually 38 gauge wrapped around the outside. I clearly have forgotten to drip at some point. That's getting a little bit dark in the middle there already, but never mind. Let's ignore that and get some juice on there. Look at that, look. They're coming in thick and fast now. Thank you so much, Addie Tooney, the gorgeous Addie Tooney as well. Merry Christmas, you handsome devil, to the missus as well. She's not a handsome devil, she's very pretty. But thank you so much, Addie. You're a wonderful, wonderful man, and it was lovely to see you on Saturday on Fresh's show. That was great. I was on Fresh 03 show with a bunch of people as he was raising money for very good causes over the weekend. St Jude's, I believe it was, St Jude's Children's Hospital, and it was great. It was lovely to see a bunch of people there. If you've not seen it, go and check out the replay. It's a long old stream. I think, is it a 5-hour stream, Eddie? I can't remember. But yeah, a long old stream, and there's a bunch of reviewers on there, and you know, things, people, stuff, all that sort of nonsense. Go and check it out go and give Fresh 03 a bit of a look, especially if you're a mixer. He not only knows his onions fantastically well, but he's a jolly nice chap as well. Anyway, let's have a little vape. Hang on. I've got to get my logo. Got to get my logos together, haven't I? Not a bad cloud for a 0.15 either. You don't always have to go. You don't always have to go to a silly low level to get a nice little cloud. So jobs are bloody good. Right, now, what else have we got? What else have we got? So that's all of the things that's going on with the channel. I've got some thanks. I just want to say a couple of thanks before we go into any more of this sort of stuff. We've got massive thank you to, I am going to say it, but massive thank you to the patrons. Obviously, their support and patronage does help me do what I'm doing and help try and kind of push forward with my quality of the content that I do put out. So thank you so much to those. Thank you also to every single one of you that not only get involved on a Monday Night Live, but also watch the reviews and watch the Monday Night Lives and kind of you comment and you liked and you subscribed and all that sort of nonsense. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know it's been really awkward. Once we got back from Expo, obviously I was poorly sick for a while, and then we immediately moved house, and that just meant that there was a whole bunch of time in there where I didn't get out half the content that I wanted to do, and I desperately apologise for that. But thank you so much for sticking with me. The channel it blows me away how it's gone from strength to strength over the years, and that's all down to you guys. So thank you so much for that. Also, cheers to Tom from MTN Coils. He did send me a Christmas card the other day. Completely forgot to say thank you. So thank you, and thank you very much for the coils, young man. Very kind, very lovely coils. Go and check him out. Right, have we got anything going on? How is the trike coming together, says Ivan. It's not, Ivan. It's I've got to kind of save up a monstrous £5,000 pounds to get the conversion done, and that's a lot of money, and not something that I can afford. So there we go. Ian says, I think that was this Fresh's show, Ian? 3,150 raised. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So congratulations to those guys, and well done to everybody that took place in that one, or took part in that one as well. So Alex, is Alex going? Is Alex drunk? I think he could be. What else have we got going on there? Right. So yes, thank you very much, and obviously once again thank you to all of the suppliers that have sent stuff on. I mean, nowadays, especially what we're doing now is because we get a nice amount of viewers watching the Monday Night Lives, everything that I get in, I will show you guys. It might not necessarily get a review, but all of the manufacturers are aware of that now. So stuff that does get sent in is pretty cool to show you lot for an awareness thing. And I kind of like that idea, because sometimes, you know, you might not have thought of this little Geek Vape kit, or no, sorry, is it Geek Vape? Is this one Geek Vape, or is this Vandy Vape? This little Vandy Vape kit, or the little artery. You might not have thought about that and thought about going to search for it, but showing you on a Monday Night Live kind of can make you go, oh, I'll give that a look. And so, you know, it gives a different kind of awareness of products. And obviously, I'm going to tell you about my experience with them, as I'm going to do with those little puppies in a moment. Legion Vapes, is that Lucas sitting on your shelf? Yes. Yes, Legion. Lucas the Spider, look. Oh, it's a proper legit one as well, look. Why? But yes, cute as a button. Anyway. It only took about 4 months. I would like your opinion on Teespring. I got that from Teespring, and it was the Lucas the Spider channel, cute as you like, on YouTube, and the plushies were made and distributed by Teespring, and they also do they have a thing with YouTube. So if you have merch, you can have a merch shelf underneath your channel, and that allows people a sort of an easier way in to go and pick stuff up. However, with that did take forever. I think I ordered it in like June or July, and it only came a week or so ago. And whenever I was looking on any kind of feedback for Teespring, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. So let me know if you've ordered stuff off Teespring. Let me know if you've had a good experience or a bad experience, because my merch store at the moment is over on vapingbiker.co.uk, and it's all well and good, but sometimes people want an easier access to this sort of stuff. So if you've had a good experience with them, let me know, and I might give them a look in the new year. So there we go. Now, what else we got? Kirk, Vaping Biker, my wife loves your shirt and wants to see the rest. Absolutely. Right. Now, there is, if you look on Facebook, or if you search on my channel for Vaping Biker, or search YouTube for Vaping Biker Christmas, there's a 1 minute 54-second video which I shared on Instagram and on the Facebook page the other day, because earlier today. earlier today because it was just something very silly that I did last year and it just made me giggle. So I thought I'd share. I wanted to put it at the end of this video, but I didn't get enough time to download it. Anyway, what we've got a t-shirt underneath. I don't want to grab that. 'Twas the night before Christmas. The wick was brand new. No YouTube was playing. No sign of reviews. The coils were wrapped and installed with great care in the hopes that a new juice would wing its way there. The vapors were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of clouds danced in their heads. What? Tell you, I'm a poet and a half, eh? But that is there's a reading of that with me with talcum powder in my beard on my channel. So feel free to go and check that one out if you want to. This was some merch that I was selling last year. But there you go. So you've seen this before, haven't you, Viv? I'm sure you have. But there you go. Is there any other questions? No, I think we're good for the time being. So what am I vaping on? Right, let me. If I do that and that, we can go split screen. So manual focus, Dean. I am using a Basium. It's not always about the new gear. So I've got a Basium rocking here with a recurve, a black recurve sitting on top of that little beastie. And in there, obviously, I've got this Shindo mint chip cookies and cream, and having a jolly good time. I just put that one together yesterday because I do like it. I like it rather a lot, and I thought that was a nice little setup. So that's happening. We've also got, obviously, we've got the Bonza kit. I've been rocking that one. Obviously, the review went up today, but you can see that I am still vaping away on that little puppy. And for the money, I think this is a spectacular little kit. Sure, you can't expect a Purge or a Rig or a hardcore AV or something like that when you're looking at spending under £60 on a kit, on a full kit. So you do have to make some compromises. That being said, for the money, this is a fantastic little kit and certainly worth something that's worth having a little look at. Now then, we've also got another Basium because it's Christmas and I'm rocking my stuff, and on top of that, I've got the Hadley because I'm feeling a little bit on the posh side, and in there I've got some of the Gizzard Brew custard going on in that one. We've also got, and these are a couple of kind of updates to talk to you about. Now then, this is the Apollo kit that we talked about from Vandy Vape last week. A little mouth to lung kit. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is, I was one of the first reviewers to get this. And from when I posted it up on Instagram, I don't think there were many other people that had it. But yeah, with this little puppy, apparently, I think I saw on Vandy Vape's Instagram that this is not only shockproof, but waterproof as well. I'm not sure. I still don't understand why we need waterproof mech mods, not mech mods, waterproof regulated mods, because this bit's not waterproof. This is going to allow water in, so that's the thing. But I guess if you get it covered in juice, if you get huge leakage, then at least you're covered and you know that that's all good. Still an incredibly light little kit. The tank, I swear, kind of weighs not far off. There we go. If I put my finger in the middle of the mod, the tank weighs more than the mod. You can tell to balance it. No, to balance it, it's not the easiest thing in the world. But no, it's a lovely little mouth, and it is proper mouth tongue. If you like the Berserker and you like the tightness of the Berserker, then this little bad boy is going to give you a similar kind of experience. It is very, very tight indeed, and it's a dinky, tiny little mod. It does come in different colours as well. You don't have to go for the gaudy green. I think I've got a smoked one, a smoked sort of dark acrylic, but I've saved that one up to give away to one of the patrons in the new year. So that's that one. The coil head on here, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Have I got juice? I've got juice. And it's doing a fantastic little job. I mean, the coil, mouth to lung, is it going to be the most flavourful thing in the world? It's all right. It's all right. Don't expect crazy flavour, in my opinion, with something like this, but it brings out some different tonality of the juice, and it's a decent little kit. No idea how much they are, but I have been using it, and yeah, there we go. So nice and handy little kit. Now then, the other thing that I have been using as well has been this little artery kit. This is the PAL 2 from Artery Vapor and Tony B. Now, I have been using this one, the Coil. I think I showed this to you on last Monday Night Live, and I think I got it on the Monday as well. So I just started to use it, and I was very, very surprised about how good the quality of the flavour and the vape was straight off the bat. As soon as that coil had been saturated, it was a really nice flavour. However, the coil from using some custard, I mean, that's dead in there. I've got to replace that coil. Haven't had a chance to do it, but that died 2-3 days ago, and so it didn't last very long. So I've got to see if they've sent me any other coils to put in here. I know that this is the 0.6 and it comes with a 1.2 as well. The 1.2 is still in the box, so I will give that a look, or give that a go next, and we'll see how that performs. But the only other issue that I've had with this is just getting the pod system out. You know, you've got to push down and then it should sort of pull out and slide out. But I do have a bit of an issue getting the bugger out, but once we get it out, we are golden. We're good to go. So no, it's an interesting little thing. Replaceable coils. Apparently you can use the Sprite, I think someone mentioned, Sprite coils from Aspire, I think someone mentioned after the last Monday Night Live. But I mean, you can see it's a tiny little kit. It is very, very dinky. If I compare to a summer's day, if I compare it to an 18650 battery, then you can see sort of size wise that we're not much taller than an 18650 and a touch thinner than an 18650 as well. So super light once again, and pretty damn small, so nice and easy to throw away into your pocket. A looser mouth to lung than this, so if you like something tight, if you like it tight, go with this one. If you like it loose, go with this one. Those are my opinions on those two. But we've still got some more testing and playing around with those to go. Now then, have I got anything else that's rocking next to me at the moment? I have been using, and I've just took it off a little while ago when I was doing the Bonza review. I was using the the original, the Bonza V1. I was using that little puppy as well. Where's the focus? There it is. I was using that little puppy on top of the overpowered mod as well. This does still give a fantastic vape, but like I said in the review, the fact that you don't have the gold showing, you don't have gold decks at all, that's going to please a lot of people, as well as a couple of other changes that I talk about in the review as well. Now then, let's just go straight back into this view. There's a bunch of people. Why hasn't that thing got a proper 510 on it? Which thing are we talking? Oh, the artery. Yeah, that does annoy me. The fact that this doesn't have a proper 510 is very, very frustrating, because I mean, it is small, it is light, but you know, sometimes I would like to vape it at that sort of angle, a little sort of 45-degree angle to the old mouth, but you can't, because this kind of long drip tip situation means that you can't. You have to put it in flat. I would love to have seen these pods with a regular 510. That would have made me very happy indeed. Like I say, I'm sure this is burnt out, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, that's definitely burnt. We will get a new coil in that over the Christmas period and carry on with that one. Right, flipping then. Okay, now, what else have we got? Have we got anything else to talk about with those things? I don't think we have. Any questions? If you've got any questions about those bits that I've just talked about, please let me know. A couple of people have asked about the throw. I think I saw in the chat there, have asked about the throw on the Bonza. It is adjustable to some degree, but it's not, you know, I mean, it's not crazy adjustable, but there is adjustment in there. So, you can make it, it's not the shortest, but it's not the longest. It's a nice medium throw. And one of the good things that I do like about this is the fact that, you can use spring or any of the magnets that come with it. And it's not the hardest button to press. Not by any stretch, it's not the lightest, but it's a nice little happy medium. Pardon me, I'm very windy tonight. And it's just working out nicely. clothes for days. It has a monstrous, I think it's got a 9mm juice well in there as well. A 9mm juice well. I mean, that's not millimeters, which is massive. It's hellishly deep. The original had a deep one, but they carved some more out of the deck as well. So it's just a big old drop, so you can get a lot of wick in there and have a jolly good time. Now then. Is the Vandy mod a LiPo? It's not an 18650, and it's certainly not a one that you can take out. So I'm assuming it possibly is, but I don't know. It looks like it could be some kind of cylindrical battery, but I've not taken one apart to find out. In fact, I don't know if you could take it apart without royally wrecking it. It does have a little USB underneath there, so that's how you charge it up. But that was a question from Chris Hewitt. So hopefully that's answered that one. John Wainwright says, I find the spring better than the button, better than the magnets for the button for the consistency on the Bonza. I found it the other way around, but you know, I don't think there's much in it as long as you make sure that you kind of press it with a reasonable amount of force. You're not too light with it, but as long as you don't go crazy with it, you're fine and dandy. So there we go. Now then, what else have we got going on here? Lots of people saying Merry Christmas, and I hope you're all. Are you all ready? Have you all bought presents? Have you all sorted all of that nonsense out? I hope so. I finished the wrapping for the wife today and realised that I'm shit at wrapping paper. I used to wrap presents really, really well, but now I'm terrible at it. Absolutely horrific. Right, what else have we got? Raj says it's a cracking bit of kit for the price. Can't complain about it, Dean. I'm assuming you're talking about the Bonza there. I think if that is the case, then absolutely. However, having said that, I think most of the stuff that I've showed you this evening is pretty damn good. So I like that one. Right, so Chris is also saying, what's your view on the goat? Now then, there seems to be a lot of contention about this, and it seems that a lot of people are completely missing the idea of it. I'd hope that my goat would have been here today, but it's not. It's going to be here next week. And we'll see if we can get Dwayne or Grim or both of them on a future Monday Night Live to have a little chat about it as well. But for me, it's that middle ground. We have seen coiled decks in the past with regards to iJoy, and I think Kanga did one many moons ago, possibly, but iJoy definitely did one. But the RDA was a bit shit, if I remember correctly. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And didn't the iJoy one have a tiny little chamber that you sort of put over the coils? So it didn't really give you that proper RDA experience. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong, but that's what I seem to remember. But what you've got with the goat is you've got a transition from sub-tanks and people that want to go into RDAs but don't know how to build yet, to getting that RDA experience and flavour and all that sort of good stuff without building the coil and still remaining safe, which I think is a great idea. A lot of people are screaming about having a rebuildable option for the deck. I'm not entirely sure there needs one. They've got the Recoil and the Rebel already, and they're both rebuildable and they're fantastic. So I don't really know why we need a rebuildable deck in that. I would like to see a single coil deck. I would like to see that. And I would also like to see some Kanthal coils in there as well, or even stainless steel. But I think stainless steel, they're using the Anarchist wire in there at the moment, which has got sort of a certain level of longevity when it comes to use. I think Grim was saying that he'd re-wicked his a few times and got sort of a month or more out of the RDA, which I think is fantastic. But stainless might sort of degrade a little bit quicker, possibly. I don't know. But Kanthal, I would certainly like to see Kanthal. I don't like vaping N80. It does give me a headache, but I'm gonna push on through to give the goat a good old try. It's got that sort of goon vibe going on to it. I think the cascading juice at the top coming over the coils is great. Once again, we've seen that kind of idea before in a few RDAs, but I think it's going to work out quite nicely on that. The only slight troublesome bit for new vapors or for new squonkers is going to be the fact that it doesn't suck the juice back in again. So you've got something great for newbies things with regards to how it performs and how it works, but there will be a little bit of a learning curve for them to not over drip and not over squonk, because it won't, you know, it won't suck it back in again. But I'm going to wait and see how it performs. I think it's a good idea, and I said I want to find somewhere on my channel there's a vlog from 2 years ago, maybe longer, 3 years ago, that talked about having replaceable decks, and I thought they were a good idea then, and I think they're a good idea now. They're space coils, so you haven't got to strum them, so they're pre-wick, just like trim the wick and away you go. I think that's a good idea. There we go. That's a good point, Raj. Goat for people with limited skills to build, or either through ill health or inexperience. Absolutely. So it gives you that kind of that experience, which I think is fantastic. And then hopefully it will encourage people to go, do you know what? I'm really enjoying using this. Let's learn how to build, and then they can continue their vaping journey along those lines. I think that's a really good idea. So jobs are good. So hopefully that answers that question. Let me know what you think, though. You know, let me bear in mind of what I've just said with regards to the rebuildable aspect and all that sort of stuff. But let me know, particularly if you're watching this on replay, down in the comments below, what you think of the Go. Are you looking forward to it? Have you got it? What's it like? Do you enjoy it? I think it's a bit of a beast. I see. Colleen is saying that she has already overdripped. So there is that learning curve in there, absolutely. Batman did a good review on the Go RDA today, vaping it at 200 watts. I don't really understand why anyone needs to vape at 200 watts, but fair play to him. He's a good guy. The way the juice comes on the wick in the Goat looks good to me. I might get it just because of that, says Volker. Absolutely, I completely agree. What else? Merry Christmas from Pittsburgh, USA, says Tom Kramer. Lovely old job. When are you bringing out some new vape gear? I've got no plans to. Razza? Is that Raz? Is that Raz? Is that my brother Raz? Let me know. What have we got going on here? John Cook, what are your hopes and expectations for vaping in 2019? More safety, more innovation. I mentioned this on Fresh's show the other day. I want to see more mods that are ergonomic, that feel good in the hand. Essentially, a mod is it's just going to power the coil. That's all it's going to do. So, you know, I want it to feel comfortable. I want it to, you know, be easy to use. I want a lot of that sort of action. I want more ease in vaping devices, but the ergonomics of the mod, I think we need to certainly work on that one, particularly with 21700s. I want to see more dual battery 21700 cell coming out, the 21700 cell mods coming out. I want to see more of that action going on, just because I love the amperage. I love the lack of internal resistance in a 21700. You look at 30T, and I love mechs. I think all mechs should be 21700 compatible these days. I really do. Unless you like the particularly little 18350s and all that sort of stuff, of course. But that's where I want to go with that one. But yeah, ergonomics and nice form factors that feel good in the hand, and even though we're going to be using a larger battery, that you know, still look good as well. And I'm okay with the mod being a little bit larger as long as it feels good in the end. So that's what I want to see. As far as anything else, don't know, more people vaping. More people getting off cigarettes. That's what I'd love to see. That'd all be good. And maybe a reduction in drama. I don't know. But that's just my personal view. But there we go. Moving forward. I want to see that waterfall squonking used in a single coil RDA. Could be very interesting, Dave Ape. Absolutely. Now, let's have a little look and see if we've got any other questions going on. Merry Christmas from Greece, everyone. And Yasu over there in El Greco. Miko Jones, Merry Christmas morning from Australia. Is it Christmas morning there now? That's what it is? Right. Gotcha. Well, have a very Merry Christmas. Razza 4130. I don't think you are, my brother. There we go. Oh no, you was just saying no, you're not, bro. Triple V2 RTA best RTA 2018. Fair enough. Now then, what else have we got going on? I think the wire they're using the Go is also top quality, owned by OC. Wire also, absolutely, it's the Anarchist wire. That's why it's good. Rockabilly, hey, look, you sneaky bugger. I made my missus do the shopping and the wrapping. Hey, Full mashings to you on that one. Right, what have we got going on here? Super sub, happy holiday. Happy holidays, Dean. Crystal clear video. Thank you very much indeed. Always pleasant. Nice to catch you live, bro. $1 million question. Can we expect an ergonomic mod from you in the future? Well, ergonomic is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. But who knows? You never know. Something may come out. Something may come out. Absolutely. What do you think of the Coil V2 RTA? Well, I have used it. I've got it here. I've had a couple of tanks of juice going through there. It's all right. It's all right. It's not blowing me away. It's all right though. There we go. What else have we got going on in here? Right, Trent Shorter. Hello, Dean. Happy Christmas. Just watched your Bonza vid, and what would you say is the best mech for a starter of for a mech mod? Right. I would not say that a hybrid is the best way to go with a mech. Looking for something that has a tube in the middle of it, so you've got protection in the middle of it. Something that has a floating 510, that would be great rather than having the hybrid. Like I say, I think it's important to get to grips with that one. I think a 21700 is really good. I think a 21700 is a really good idea purely because you've got a little bit extra amperage there. Obviously, you have to build safely. You have to use it safely. But I think that's a good thing. The old broadside was a fantastic mod, even though that was 18650. I think it changed a little bit, but it had a bunch of safety features and was fantastic. This does have some great safety features, but it is a hybrid. It would have been fantastic if they'd have done a floating pinned version of this one as well. But I understand why that didn't happen. So there we go. There's a few out there, but look for a sleeve on the inside, look for a floating 510, look for plenty of vent holes, but before you do it, just learn how to build, learn your Ohm's law, and learn battery safety. Once you're on top of all of that sort of stuff, you're good to go. If you want to get a mech experience, use the bypass mode on a regulated mod. That way you can feel how that vapes. You can feel how it feels when that battery starts to drive down. So you're starting at 4.2, which is going to drop down to 3.7ish when you've got a coil in there, and then once that starts dropping through your day of vaping or afternoon of vaping or whatever, then you can feel how that drops for you, and that will give you an awareness of what it's like to vape a mech. So, I've always said mechs are kind of like they're driving a manual, or if you're American, driving stick. It's and an old car as well. It's something where you're in control. It will only do what you tell it to do, and you have to put time and effort into making sure that does exactly what you want it to do, and that comes from building and knowledge. So there we go. But hopefully that kind of answers that question there, Trent. Let's have a little vapey poos already. Jim, what do you want for Christmas? I'd love a new camera if you're offering. Thank you very much. If you fancy, a Fuji XT3, that'd be all right. Drop one of them in the post if you like, Jim. Thank you very much indeed. Right, what have we got going on here? Big Tobacco getting into the vaping game, good or bad? To be honest with you, and I've said this all the way along, I don't think Big Tobacco are our biggest competition or kind of people that could try and hammer us down. I'm convinced it's Big Pharma. I've always been the same, and I think it's a logical step to think that tobacco people are going to want to get into vaping because we're taking away their business. And also, as long as they stay with vaping and try and get rid of that heat not burn rubbish, then it's going to happen. And with the tobacco company money behind it, is that going to help vaping? Is that going to be able to push government into allowing us to have flavours? Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? But I think, and I will always maintain that our biggest challenge is to get past the pharmaceutical companies, to be honest with you. Right, what else have we got going on in Harv? We've got loads of questions. I think I'm very much behind the games. Let me just scroll through a few here. You're not putting the questions in uppercase. Put the questions in capital letters. There's a question here in capital letters and a comment here, and I've seen it because it's in capital letters. So big props to you, Job75 Ewing. Absolutely. Wismec RX Machina 2700 is a good start. I don't have I used one? I don't think I've used one of those, but quite possibly. Quite possibly. What is your favourite mech of all time? I really don't have a favourite mech. I really don't. And I know it sounds like a cop-out, and I kind of get that every time somebody asks the question, but I'm in a very lucky position to have a whole bunch of different mechs to choose from. So it depends a lot of the time it'll depend what kind of vape experience I want to have, and also what I want to put on top of it. You know, if I want to put a matte black RDA, then I'll use a matte black mech. If I want to put a big RDA on there, then I'll use an overpowered, or I'll use a stack mod, or I'll use or something big and chunky, or a whole bunch of different ones. So it's the same with anything. You know, I haven't got any downright favourites of anything, I'm afraid. I know it's a real cop out of an answer, but I really haven't. And I'm too flighty. I can't keep my brain in the same direction on the same product for more than 3 minutes. It all goes horribly wrong. What else have we got going on here? Excuse me. Let me just have a little sip of squash. This show bottle, by the way, still going strong. Show online. And I bought this. They're not sponsored. I'd like them to be a sponsor. Show, if you're watching this, feel free to be a sponsor. John Wainwright says, I always think of mechs as the rollies, whilst regulators are tailor-made SIGs. Absolutely. There is the mechanical side of things is raw, and there's no messing around with any mod. You can have the board go down, you can have a whole mess of things go wrong. With a mech, you know, it's just gonna keep going as long as you keep it clean, as long as you keep on top of it, and make sure that it's you know, everything's clean where it needs to be clean. You're golden, and it's never going to give up. It's never going to give up. What else have we got going on? I'm having a little look through here. West Georgia Vapor. Would you consider designing a mech? Yes, I would. There's the answer to that one. Where do you live? Well, that's Stalker. No, Dr. Jelly Eyes. I live near Norwich in England. So there we go. Get hold of a Brizzo yet? I broke and got one last month. I wasn't sure the side fire. A Brizzo? What's a Brizzo? I don't know what a Brizzo is. I don't know. But no, the only side fire that I've had is the Purge. What was that Purge one called? That big monster Purge thing that I did a little while ago. That one. That's the only side fire that I've had. Right, Viv is asking, after March, can we go back to decent side e-liquid nicotine bottles? Does TPD still apply? Yes, it does still apply. We can't go back. We in the UK adopted the full European, or we translated to the European law, and then we adopted that as part of UK law. So yes, we are maintaining with the TPD. Once we move away from the clusterfuck that is Brexit, then odds are we've got more of a chance of being able to fight it. But currently, as it stands, yes, we've still got exactly the same regulation that we had, that we've got at this very moment in time. So unfortunately, that sucks balls, but that's the way it is. What else have we got? Good, cheap 21700 mech. Already have dealt with mechs before. Merry Christmas from a British guy in France. Bonjour, Jacob even. The Dreamer 21700, cheap. Jobs are good. Bonza 21700, cheap and a good one. Give them a look. Now then, that's answered those two. First two that I could think of. Vaping Biker and Bogan, a collab, that would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be cool. I'd like to do some collaborations on stuff, but it's difficult. It's difficult doing product collaborations purely because everybody has their own style and their own sort of technique to how they like to vape. And very rarely do you find that two of us are the same. And that's why a lot of you have probably got maybe 2 or 3 reviewers that you vape in a similar way to. So when they like a product, odds are you're probably going to like it as well. And a lot of us are we vape differently and we like different stuff. So you know, it's a thing. It's challenging to do a collaboration though. Philip Morris just spent 10 billion. I thought it was 14 billion on 35% ownership of Juul. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Slam Piece says Mike's Mex Reviews. Yes, that was the one that I did. So yeah, there we go. Side fire from Broadside is the Brizzo. Gotcha. No, I've seen it. I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't got it. I was going to buy it if it went to Evolution, but I haven't even looked to see where else it is on the UK. I don't know if it's just my Google, but when I go in Google, you always used to go into the settings bit on the right-hand side, just under the search bar, and you could click that, and then you could go search UK. So you just get the UK results. But that's gone. Il a disparu. Où est le settings thing? Why do you have skulls behind you? Did you kill someone? Yes, there are many people, and they are the people who said my basium was too big. So there we go. Thank you very much for the offer, but I'm going to decline. Oh dear. That tickled me more than it should have done. What else have we got? Uppercase, here we go. Nice bike, mate. Don't suppose DWN sent you over the Isolation RTA, best bit of freaking kit I've owned. No, they haven't. They haven't sent that. I don't really review RTAs. I tell you about RTAs if I've used one. If someone sent me one, I'll talk about it in a Monday Night Live. But unless I've had an amazing experience with it, I generally won't review. I don't really review tanks purely because there's so much stuff in the vaping world that I can't review everything, and I had to draw a line. I don't really like tanks, so that's where the line went. What is squash? It's concentrated juice, kind of. It's stuff. You add water to it and make a drink. There we go. Oh, what else have we got going on? Going on here? Dean, all I want for Christmas is you. Matt Emery, you smooth talking bastard, stay off the gin. Thank you very much indeed. Mike saying that we're both cool dudes, me and the Bogan. So thank you very much, Mike. Very kind. What else we got going on in here? Squash is cordial. There we go. Rockabilly performance. Yes, cordial. That was the C word that I was thinking about. What else have we got? Is there any other questions? Here we go. We've got some stuff. We've got Mike's Mex Reviews in uppercase. Look, see? Uppercase. I see the uppercase ones. I have a few ideas on designs for side-firing mechs that would make life easier for people with ailments such as arthritis. How would I go about getting companies to take me seriously? It's very, very difficult, Mike. It's very difficult. However, a lot of companies, particularly over the water, have kind of really enjoyed collaborating with all sorts of people, both reviewers and lesser known reviewers, and all manner of different people, because it saves extra work on their design teams, I suppose. But obviously those guys can also help kind of fine-tune devices as well. So the best thing is really kind of pick the company that you want to work with. Pick wisely, There's obviously your big ones, your big companies that are out there, but bear in mind that a lot of the time those big companies also have got products coming out for the next 6 months or even longer. They've got stuff in the works going on. If you go for a smaller company, they quite often will have things but might not have the same kind of choice of products that are coming out. So I went with Dovpo because I really like their customer service. I like their passion as a company, and they were a smaller company, so I very much enjoyed working with those guys. But the best thing is find out who you want to speak to, and just send them a message. I've got a design idea. It's gonna make things easier to fire or whatever else. Don't just start handing out your designs willy-nilly though. Wait until you've got a rapport. Wait until you've got some kind of relationship with that company where you can divulge that. And also, whilst in some parts of the world people will just smirk at the idea of a contract, make sure that you write a contract in place, so before you share any ideas that you're all on the same page. The company and you are on the same page about what's going to happen, what's going to go on, and then that can obviously be amended later down the road when it comes to sort of fine fine tuning if it needs to, but you've got something in place for a certain level of protection, and get that signed by the CEO or someone important in that company as well, because without doing that, you've got nothing. At least if someone nicks your design, as you know, we've seen in the vaping world in the past, then you can just blast them all over social media and say they ripped off my design, here's the proof. So you know, luckily not many people do that, but no, fine, just get a relationship going, speak to them, go to these events. If you're, depending on where you are in the world, go and check out a local vape event, go and speak to people working on the booths of the companies that you want to work with, and see what they have to say. Right. What else have we got going on? Is the trike finished, and will you bring out an RDA for the Basium and make it a kit? The trike is not finished because I haven't got the many thousands of pounds it needs to get the kit to sort it out. So no, it's not. Will I bring out an RDA? I've thought about an RDA, but there is nothing that I can do that is significantly different. I've had a few kind of funky ideas, but nothing really that's super practical. So no, there isn't any plans for an RDA. I did have an idea for a tank, which is ironic seeing as I don't review them, but something that you know, is not out there at the minute. But I doubt I'll do that, to be honest with you. What else have we got going on? Vape and Biker, see, uppercase, I saw it. Jacob says, is that other thing next to the skulls Todd's head, as it looks like he forgot to dye his hair? Absolutely, absolutely. No, that's Lucas the Spider, Jacob. What else have we got? Very good answer, Dean, about the squash, just my ignorance as an American, I suppose. Don't worry about it, John. It's just, you know, we have things, we have differences. It's fine. We can still love each other. That's fine. Further to Dean's point, see what the products for the company already like. Further to Dean's point, see what the products the company already has. Like Dovpo, always important. If you speak to a company and you want to do a square dual battery squonker, odds are, you know, Dovpo's not going to pick it up because they've got a square dual battery squonker. Do you get me? So yes, that's about that one. No problem at all, Mike. I'm glad that was somewhat helpful. What else have we got? Look at this. Do we need a dual? Do we need dual two? Dual two what? Dual two batteries? Do we need two dual? What? Now, we're either talking about batteries or we're talking about dual coils, I imagine. I don't know. If we're talking about coils, I really flipping like single coils. This year has been, without a doubt, the explosion of single coils. That was completely the wrong terminology to use, but so many single coil products have come on the market and so many really good ones. That's why I've got the recurve back on this one, just because I really enjoy using it. I think that there's a lot of really good single coil products. You can dual coil them. It just means that you're doing parallels or you're doing Claptons or something along those lines rather than two separate coils. Exactly the same amount of metal, exactly the same amount of, you know, wick coverage. Everything is exactly the same as a dual coil, but you've just put it all into one coil. So I think we should do more single coils because you can have a higher resistance. You can have a 0.25 single coil and have a really great vape from it rather than a 0.12 dual coil. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's one of those things. So, what bike, Beatles Forever, what bike are you turning into a trike? I'm a Harley technician and curious on what you ride. I have said it in the past and in most of my videos, I think if you go down and look through the description, there is one of my last rides before the illness took hold, the way it has now. It's a Honda Shadow. I've always liked Honda Shadows. I've had pretty much every Honda Shadow in the range, and I've loved them and chopped them and done various bits and bobs. But yeah, mine is a significantly kind of chopped about Shadow, and I love it very much. But so I've still got my 750 Black Spirit or it's called the Phantom over in America, and I think it's flipping marvellous. So there we go, and it's a Honda, so it goes like stink, and it doesn't break down, which is marvellous. Oh, and a shaft drive. Oh, love the shaft drive. Love the shaft drive action. That sounds kinky as well. Kimmy Vapes is in the chat. Look, hello, Kimmy Vapes. Nice to see you, and a very happy Christmas to you, my dear. Vaping with Ken is in. Look, everyone's in. Merry Christmas. Say hi. Quick on my break. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ken. There's a grim fist bump for you. Ken is a lovely man. He's huge. He's a big guy and just super tall. On Freshie Show, he was on there, and it was brilliant because it looked like what you'd see if the Hulk was trying to squeeze into a mini. He's a big fella. He's a big tall fella. And he's got such an amazing voice as well. Go back and check out just go and check out Vaping with Ken's channel on YouTube, because he's a very lovely man. Dean, you're awesome. Thank you very much indeed. No, that wasn't what you said at all, Shane, was it? Dean, awesome to catch you live. Happy holidays to you and yours, sir, and a very happy holidays to you as well. Whew. I'm talking a lot tonight. Tell you, doing it by myself is a little bit more hardcore. Vape and Bike, I hope you're well. Happy Christmas. Still loving the Basium. Fantastic, great stuff. Good to know, Derry. I'm still loving it as well. Yeah. Like his shirt, very Christmassy. That's not the right word. I've lost the ability to read. Dean, like your shirt, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, Tom. We're having a nice little chilled section. We've done an hour already. What? What else have we got? Have we got anything else in uppercase? You meet the friendliest people on a Honda. Absolutely. And you do meet me, and I'm a miserable twat. But generally, the friendliest people are on a Honda. If you are a Shadow rider, by the way, go across to shadowcrew.co.uk. It's a nice little forum there run by some friends of mine. So go and check those out. And their little bashes that they have 2 or 3 times a year are great fun. I tend to go to the one at the end of the year because it's local. But there we go. What else we got going on? Anything else in uppercase? No, can't say anything going on here. Boom. Is Todd coming back? Todd will make an appearance. He will make an appearance now and then, Socrates, but it won't be quite as regularly as it was before. It's not like we've fallen out or anything like that. Well, no more than usual, but it's not like we've fallen out or anything like that. He's still lovely and one of my greatest friends, and that's in and out of vaping. So lovely man. So there we go. Larry, what food are you looking forward to the most tomorrow? Chocolate mint. That's it. It's at Christmas that I tend to get after 8s, and I get the Bendix, the little Bendix chocolate mint thingies, and those are my favourite thing. They're just 100% my favourite thing. So there we go. Where's your Santa suit? No, but I haven't got it now. But if you want to see it, then you can check out the Christmas video. I suppose I'll put a link to that in the description down below after I've finished this one. But you can see all that kind of nonsense if you want to. Will a DNA 250C fit in the Basium? Not a clue. No idea. I would doubt it. Doing a great job. Sick Boy says, doing a great job, Dean. Happy Christmas. Thank you very much indeed to you as well, Sick Boy. Just bought a Yamaha MT-09. Nice bike there, Lynn. Your little speed boost to you. That's they're a nice little ride. What? Rockabilly, you say Hondas don't break down. Mine in the garage needs a spark plug. Why is it in the garage? Because it needs a spark plug. Do you mean like your garage next to your house and you've just got to go out and change it out? What? I don't understand. Any new Dark Star flavours you would recommend apart from the Candy Cake Strudelmeister? They're both delish. Athena, definitely go with Athena. Athena's marvellous. I can't think. Honestly, can't remember. I can't remember any other flavours that I've had, but I've had some good ones. I've had some good ones from it. What else have we got going on here? Love the fire hydrant of a mech that he has. The Darwin mod. What's it called? Can't remember. But yes, it's marvellous. It's huge and it's marvellous. Any plans on coming to the US for a vape event? Do you know what, Beatles Forever? I would flipping love it. I would absolutely love it. But it costs an obscene amount of money. And no one's asked if I'm interested in going over. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a little trike that gets me around, or I have a wheelchair for these things. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm, I don't know, not cool enough. I don't know. But feel free to tell your favourite manufacturer to take me over there. I don't mind. I'll be on a call stand. I'll work it. I'm happy with that. Probably best just to tell the vape event. Tell all American vape events. Bring the vape and biker over. We want to see him. That would be marvellous. Mike is asking about DNA replay. Absolutely. I use it when I use a DNA mod. I find it particularly nice for some kind of tank stuff because I don't always pay attention. So yeah, I will use that on occasions. Absolutely. What else have we got going on here? David Cotton's rocking a Bassian with a drop dead on top. Lovely old job. Jammy Dodger Caramel. That's an interesting flavour, David. I like the idea of that. Jammy Dodger Caramel. Oof, you monster. Look at that, look. Todd's in, and it's called a beagle. There he is. Rockabilly's bike broke down, so that's why it's in the garage. Oh, okay, I see. Right, what else have we got? Would you say the Lost Vape Orion is the best pod device on the market at the moment? I have no idea. I've not used one. I seem to think that lots of people that have them, I mean, it's a lot of money for basically a pod system, but the fact that it's got the replay function, I think, would mean it would be great, in my humble opinion. One of the things that I dislike greatly with pod systems is getting that dry hit or getting that kind of burnt hit, particularly when you've got a pod that you can't visually see. That's one of the annoyances that I have with this Artery. And let me go down to that sort of down low camera again. Because with this one, the frustration that I have with this is you can't see very easily how much juice you've got in there. Obviously, I've got the studio lights on at the moment, so it's a little bit easier, and you have to sort of move it around and see if you can see a bubble kind of go up around the where the coil is. But that's an annoyance for me. So having the replay, function, it works out like it's a bloody good idea. And I hope we see that replay functionality in more pod systems. I hope that Evolve do kind of like a cheaper version that more kind of starter kits can have. When I spoke to Brandon earlier in the year, I think there was an idea for an actual Evolve starter kit. I'm not entirely sure, but I would love to see something come out that's maybe more affordable than the Orion for people that want to move into vaping, because it's very, very difficult if you're a beginner to understand when you're getting a dry hit and when you're not. So I know it sounds ridiculous to those of us that have been vaping for a while, but if you're brand new to it, you can vape a dry coil going, well, this tastes rubbish, but I'll crack on because it's vaping. But, that's one of those things. So, don't know. What else have we got? Let's have another little vape. Tony Jenkins says the old Artery was easier to see the juice. Absolutely. Yes, it was. Now then, I can see that my camera is flashing on the old battery, so that means I am going to have to go and leave you to Christmas. We've been doing like an hour and 20 minutes. I think that's more than enough for everyone. Please, though, do go ahead and go and enjoy your Christmas or whatever you're doing over the next few days. I hope you have a fantastic time and get to spend it with some loved ones or people that you care about, or people that just don't piss you off too much. Don't forget that Uncle Jack is probably going to be an annoying ass after he's had half a bottle of brandy and a full chicken dinner, and so it's one of those, you might need a little bit extra patience, but keep that dug into it and enjoy your vaping gear. Let me know down below in the comments about any vaping gear that you do get this Christmas or what you're looking forward to. I'd love to hear that. And just let me know your experience. If you do want to support the channel, go ahead and go over to the Patreon link that's down in the description. There will be some giveaways and postage sales and stuff going on for that in the new year once I've got everything sorted out. And we've got a nice little Patreon community over on Facebook as well, which is nice. But for those of you that don't want to do that, thank you so much for your continued support over the course of the year, watching the videos, having the patience that, you know, I haven't been putting out a cracking amount of content for one reason or another, but thank you for sticking with me. I very, very much appreciate it. So that being said, I think it's time to go. I will put a link after this has finished into the Christmas stupid video I did last year. If you want to see it anyway, just type in Vaping Biker Christmas and you'll see it. It's 1 minute and 54 seconds of stupidity. But there we go. Right, on that one, you guys have a great few days, and we will head out with the intro because I've not got anything else sorted out. Right? Merry Christmas!